From time to time, I discuss defendants who don't show up for their case here at Kurri Kurri Local Court. But in this episode of the Real Crimes of Kurri Kurri, I'm going to discuss solicitors who don't show up. In fact, on this day at Kurri in early June, there were a couple of examples of solicitors who were representing defendants doing things we usually see defendants do. For example, one solicitor asked for an adjournment for legal advice. Was the legal advice for the solicitor or the defendant they were representing? I got confused. Oh, by the way, the request for the adjournment for legal advice was declined. Second example is when a solicitor claims something about the legal proceedings, which usually results in the magistrate reading the court file out loud, confirming in fact they did appear on this day, and that they had agreed on this on that day, etc, etc, etc. It's sort of like when defendants disagree with the agreed facts. We all need to be careful of what's written in the court file and be careful not to disagree with the file, unless you've got a really good reason. This leads to the third example, when solicitors agree to show up and then don't show up. Often when the hearing date is set, you will hear the defence solicitor and the police prosecutor both respond to the date by saying into the courtroom microphone, suitable, meaning on the court record they agree to the hearing on that day. Hearings usually involve an allocation of time on that day for that case. Yes, sometimes solicitors get sick, etc, etc, but usually the court will be contacted, and or another solicitor might be sent as an agent for that solicitor. So the hearing goes ahead and the court's time isn't wasted. In May, the hearing for this case is supposed to happen at Cessnock Local Court. However, neither the solicitor or the defendant showed up. The court reckons they attempted to contact the solicitor, but there was no response. By the way, to my knowledge, they don't issue a warrant for the solicitor like they sometimes do for defendants who fail to show up. Maybe they do, I just haven't seen that yet. Someone fact check me. Anyways, the consequence of no one showing up usually falls to the defendant, who is found guilty in their absence, which is what happened to this defendant. Now it's June and both the solicitor and the defendant showed up. On this day, they indicate that an annulment application will be lodged to challenge the conviction. It's commonly referred to as a Section 4. The law allows this under the Crimes Appeal and Review Act 2001, under, surprise, surprise, Section 4. We won't know the grounds of the application until the matter is heard in July over at Cessnock. But the grounds might be, say, they were both struck with a terrible illness and couldn't get to court. Or they might argue it's in the interest of justice to annul. So sometimes at Kurri Kurri Local Court, solicitors do and say things just like defendants.